Hi there, I'm Tricia Pine and welcome to Rejoice in Your Voice. This week, I want to share with you a practice tool that I created for myself that really helped me stay on target and make the progress that I wanted to get to the next level, the next goal that I wanted to meet. Now, this harkens back to the several blog series that I did from the book Talent is Overrated, where he talked about deliberate practice. But I wanted something a little bit more consolidated, something I could just keep right on my piano that would really help me in how I needed to work. Now, this is what I want for you. I want you to take what I'm doing and play around with it. See what you need. How do you work? Really identify what is your inner driver and what you need to support yourself. I know that I need structure. I need something that will help me stay on target because I get all over the place. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a volunteer, I own my own business, I'm a performer. There's lots of things that can pull me in that direction. So when I show up at the piano and I show up in the studio to do my work, the quicker I can get on task and on target, the better my time is going to be used and the quicker I will reach my end goal. And that's what I want for you, right? So I hope sharing this supports you. So what I did was I just made a chart in Word. I have 5 different categories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first one is the date. So I am tracking when I'm showing up because I know for me, time goes like that. And I can be done with a week before I know it. And I'll look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed 2 days this week, right? That's a lot when you think of just the 5-day work week and you perform on the weekends. So I make sure that I'm showing up every day. And if I don't, I see it. I'm right here. I'm accountable to myself. The next thing I do is I put down the amount of time spent. I think this is important too, because again, we can kind of be in a time warp where we think we've practiced a lot this week, but we haven't showed up at all because we've been in our head and we've never actually put the work on the body. So I will track 30 minutes, hour. Oh, see, this day I only did 10 minutes, but I marked it, okay? So I did 40 minutes, 45 minutes, right? And I will, in between students, work a little bit and I'll put it in there. So I make sure that I know, again, being accountable to myself of what's really happening in the world. I can sit there and think that I've showed up or think that I've practiced, and right here is the truth, okay? So next thing I have on there is focus. What was my focus for that time? What did I need to work on? So this says I needed to memorize a certain duet. I needed to work on my consonants. So there were a couple consonants that I felt like I was just doing too much work on. I wanted to work them into the song to where I wasn't over-articulating on those specific notes. So I did that. Then what I have next in the next category is progress. Now this one is really important. I am my worst critic. I'm going to be so hard on myself. I need to take a second to write down the improvement I made. Not to just make myself feel good, but so that I know I'm moving closer to that goal, that I actually did solve the problem, that I did take a step forward. But you'll look, if you looked at this, there's a day here with a big sad face, like I didn't make any progress. It's gonna happen. We have to have some of those days and the next day we keep showing up and we're like, wow, we had the breakthrough. And that's important too, to realize we're gonna have that ebb and flow. We're gonna build the scaffolding. We're gonna have that spiral effect to our learning sometimes where some days we just don't feel like we made it. But the next day we show up and the breakthrough can happen. Now, this one's an important one for me too. After progress, and I've taken those moments to celebrate a little bit, then I have what I'm going to focus on next time because I'm fully aware I haven't reached my goal yet. So what do I need to do next time that will help me get there? And this is the time efficiency part. So in the day with a million things to do, I show up at the piano, I show up in the studio, I look at next time and I see exactly what I have to work on. Now, there could be a possibility where you had a lesson, I had a lesson and I need to work on that, but I won't ignore this next time focus because that's going to, again, take me further, one step further to that goal so that I know that I'm conquering that aspect of my technique, that aspect of my performing. I have found that this chart, these 5 categories, have really helped me to be responsible to myself accountable to myself, and stay in the reality of what's really important to me. If I feel that my music and my performing and my singing is important to me, it will show up here. It won't just be in my head, and it won't just be lip service. I want you to reach that next goal, and I encourage you to put a practice in place, to put a ritual in place, to put some structure in place so that you can document for yourself, just for you, how you're getting there, what's working and what's not working. All right, have fun with this and make your own chart. Figure out what works for you. Go to that place where you're really like, what kind of a learner am I? What motivation do I need? What do I really need to document to get myself to where I want to be? All right, have fun with this. Until next time, always rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.